going on, my super sandwiches? Actually, I need to come up with a new intro for my Hero Academia videos. If you have good suggestions of, I guess, my heroes, yeah, let's do that. What is going on, my superheroes? Rhymestyle here. Duh, that was an obvious one, Rhymestyle. And today we're discussing episode 2 of My Hero Academia, the new anime that's been released. I'm gonna say revealed, but not revealed. Released last week, and today episode 2 aired, and it's freaking awesome. If you've also been reading the manga, you're already on board. You're also new to it. Check it out. You will love it. Episode 2 takes off right where episode 1 ended. We had the top of the roof. You have Deku talking to, or Izuku Deku. I'm calling him Deku because I like the name a lot better. You have Deku talking to All Might, and then we see All Might's freaking weakness, and that is the fact that because of an injury he sustained 5 years ago, in a fight that's not public, he can only basically use his power for 3 hours a day max. And because of that, when he's not using his power, he basically shows up with this little tiny person, old fragile man type of thing, which is funny because my girlfriend made a funny joke saying that he looks like a Yugi from Yu-Gi-Oh! That's been in rehab after like 50 years. It's like Yugi, the later years. What happens after Duel Monsters, which is kind of funny. But yeah, he becomes really shriveled up and it basically becomes absolutely useless. And as they're talking, he asks him to. Deku asks All Might whether or not he can be a hero without a quirk, to which freaking All Might gives him the most realist responses ever. And I kind of respect his answer because there's a lot of times when people try to motivate others, but it's clearly an impossible task. In this situation, Deku, who has no quirk, is quirkless, wanting to be a superhero, could be kind of foolish just because, dude, you'll get killed. To which freaking All Might reveals the scary world of being a superhero, where it's like, dude, you risk your life every single day. This is me and my injury. I can't even do my power for more than 3 hours a day. After this, I'm freaking useless. With that said, no, you probably shouldn't become a hero. You need to go become a cop or anything. I know it's not like being a superhero, but they still help people. You know, you can still be in the realm of being like a hero, just not with the power. And that kind of crushes Deku. I mean, I felt the pain seeing that, because like I'm the type of person that tries to motivate people no matter what. It's like no matter how crazy your dreams are. And today's question is what is your dream? I want everyone to answer this question. Don't comment anything else until you answer this question. What is one thing you want to do in your life? Whether you're, I don't care if you're 4 years old or 40 years old. I know my age demographic that watches my videos. What is one thing that you want to accomplish in life? Do it. I want you to do it too. First of all, comment below what that one thing is, and then 2, I want you to actually do it because I think you guys can do this. I believe in you. With that said, though, All Might gives that answer to Deku where it's like, oh no, dude, just don't back away. To which then Deku goes home defeated. But because of that interaction, at some point when what's his face, All Might captured that blob guy, I forgot his name. He fell out of his pockets, and freaking Kacchan walks by and kicks the bottle, and he escapes. With that said, what does he do? He attacks Kacchan, which is a probably awful person to be able to capture because of his ability. So no, his ability is being able to mix up blood with his hands. So if the blob guy gets his body, it's going to get messy. But that said, this huge battle breaks out. There's fire everywhere. A bunch of heroes pop in, which, by the way, correct me if I'm wrong, but in the manga, the other heroes didn't show up. It was just Deku and All Might at the scene, as well as people. But I don't remember there being any other heroes. Actually, I think there were other heroes, but they were just not doing anything. In this situation, it looked a lot better because we had Mount Lady who showed up, but she couldn't step in because it was too small. We had the wood guy show up, but of course, you know, he's weak to fire, so he can't help. And then we had the other heroes who were just so busy basically controlling the scene, like the firefighter guy, the water guy who was stopping the fire, and then the other guys who just could not hurt the sludge thing. So I like how I did it in the anime, but then again, I might be wrong because I don't remember if they were all in the manga. If I'm wrong, correct me in the comment section below. But essentially, they show up and they can't figure out how to stop this guy. It gets pretty serious. We see Deku walk by and he's like, did I just automatically walk here? He steps in. He realizes that the sludge guy escaped, and it's mostly his fault because he's the one who kind of stalled and lagged All Might in his process of capturing him. And at some point, when they were jumping, the bottles fell out. So because of that, he feels slightly responsible. And we see freaking All Might there as well in a skinny form, but there's nothing he can do about it. There's nothing he can do about it because he knows he's already at his limit with his power. All he can do is sit there and watch. All he can do is sit there and watch as fucking, wow, freaking, excuse my language, freaking Kacchan, which is funny because I said Kacchan and he has a potty mouth in the manga. We see Kacchan just basically getting killed. Well, not really killed, but it hurts. It's excruciating. And I remember, what's his name? Deku talks about how he, for like 40 seconds, was just awful. And here's Kacchan lasting a lot longer. And at some point, I don't know what it was. Something triggered inside Deku to the point where he's like, you know what? I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna get out there. He jumps out. He knows the weaknesses because this guy is an awesome. Like, he does his homework on villains and heroes and everything. And he knows the only thing he really do and he's trying to blind the sludge guy too. That's what he does, and he kind of jumps in. But in the process of him jumping out, whereas everybody was like kind of frozen in fear, even the heroes didn't know what to do, he jumps in, and that motivates All Might. Like All Might sees that, like he feels it, and all of a sudden he just like uses that to his energy to basically achieve his transformation again and get buff. At which point he jumps in, he freaking punches the sludge guy. Matter of fact, have you ever punched someone so hard it started raining? Because that's exactly what All Might did. He punched him, knocked him out, and both Deku and Kacchan were saved, and that basically was the conclusion of the fight. Then we get the inspirational motivational inspirational moment in the series where All Might basically tells them, you know what? Well, that happens later. But basically, he saves it and he thanks Deku for that. And as the episode is ending, All Might shows up and basically says, you can be a hero. Like, what you did today, it was just awesome, and that inspired me. Because of you, I was able to get that strength that I needed to jump in and transform and stop this guy again. So I gotta thank you for that. And now, to those who've been reading the manga, you know exactly where the story's going, and I love the fact that, you know, this intro even happened, because this series is great. This series is awesome. Okay, one last thing, we have Kacchan that shows up, that runs up to freaking Deku and just says, I didn't ask you for your help. Your ass, because that's basically how Kacchan talks. But in a way, I feel like the way Kacchan confronted Deku in the end of the episode was more of a thank you. Like, yo, I'm an asshole, but thank you, man, thanks. And then he walks away in a goofy way. So yeah. And next week we have the what happened in the episode preview? Oh yeah, next week the training starts. So to those who, I'm not gonna talk about that because I don't think they discussed that in the last episode, did they? No. To those who read the manga, you know exactly where the story is going, and I love the pacing. I cannot wait for next week because this is the point in Deku's career where it's going to be the changing point. This is the part where basically he sets on his road to become the hero he always wanted, and then even at the end of the episode, in the outro, he says, by the way, this is my story of how I became the greatest hero of all time. So I love this series. I'm so hyped for it, and I cannot wait for next week. This is like one of your favorite series to watch. Okay, as far as how to watch it, let's go ahead and toss these out there because I've got people asking me last week. You have, it's on Funimation and it's on Hulu right now. It's not on Crunchyroll and it's not on anything else, I think, because I don't think they got the licenses. I do want to ask you guys though, to those who are watching it, support the series in an official way, because if we don't support the official releases, we won't get a second season, we won't get a simulcast, we won't get a dub. So we need to make sure that we support the series, and me and Kagi discussed this a couple of days ago, which I will link in the description below in case you didn't watch the video. We discussed a couple days ago how it is important that we support the anime industry, because it's a tough world, because they don't really make that much money because the piracy is so bad and people don't really support. And if you want a second season of My Hero Academia, if you want a dub, if you want a more simulcast and not just this anime but other anime period, we have to support it. It's very, very important, because obviously if these guys put so much money into the animation, put so much money into the voices, into the production overall, which is very expensive by the way, and they don't reciprocate their business, they're gonna die out. And the anime industry is at a point where they're so much in trouble that in the next 5 years, if we don't like support, they could just die out. We won't have any anime. Like that would be awful. See the stuff behind me in the wall? I won't have any of this stuff. You won't have any of that stuff. So it is very important that we support, whether you watch it illegally and support it, legally later, whatever your weight is. Because I know it's kind of hard to pay for the Funimation service or for Hulu or Crunchyroll or whatever now. But again, if you can do it later, like maybe you can watch the stuff and get the DVDs later. Like, oh, come here. Buy the DVDs later. Then yeah, I mean, I used to watch Yu Yu Hakusho illegally, and I own it now. So whatever way you can support it, do it the official way, because otherwise this stuff won't exist in the next 5 years. But you know, I want everybody here to check out My Hero Academia. If you have not watched it, highly recommend it. There's only 2 episodes out. There's like 86, 88 chapters, something like that in the manga. And to those who watch Dragon Ball, Hunter x Hunter, Naruto, One Piece, those kind of anime, this is a great shonen, and I guarantee you will like it, especially. And on top of that, it's new, so you can like keep up as it goes. So check it out. To those who have watched this most recent episode, what did you think about it? If there's any detail that I missed, how'd you feel? Don't forget to answer the question I asked of what is it that you want to accomplish in your life. All that in the comment section below. But that's pretty much everything. I'm looking forward to next week, and it looks like from the way the pacing is, we'll probably get the training next week, and then followed by the exam. Which, to those who haven't seen that, have no clue what I'm talking about, I'm not going to talk about that yet because I don't want to spoil it. But it looks like we'll be getting into the exam probably like episode 4, so I'm enjoying the pacing. So it looks like the first 13 episodes is clearly just going to be the beginning of the story, the first arc, and then after that, based on how successful it is, we'll determine whether or not or how soon we get the next season. So we have to support it, and because I want to watch more of this stuff. So yeah. But other than that, it's an awesome anime. I love it. Episode 2 is exciting. I love the animation. The Bone Studios does a great job. This is so freaking awesome. I cannot wait for next week. Like, I'm enjoying Sundays the most now because of My Hero Academia. It's that good. It's that good. And to also, one last thing I want to say before I end this video. I know a lot of people compare us to One Punch Man and Sky High and what was the other anime with superheroes that I'm blanking on right now. Doesn't matter. A lot of people are comparing, and yes, I know it's very much superhero-esque, but it's not like those anime at all. You trust me, it's not. I mean, if you like One Punch Man, you might like this, but at the same time, it's two different completely anime, so we don't have to keep comparing them. Basically, they have superheroes in both worlds, which is, I guess, the only comparison you have, but whatever. Just check it out, you will like it, and then after you watch episode 2 and as well as episode 1, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below of what you thought so far. But yeah, other than that, that's everything. So if there's anything I missed, like I said, just drop me a comment below, and any questions you have as well, you know what to do. And other than that, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. My name is Rhymestyle, and I will see all you awesome superheroes in the comment section below. Peace.